I'm Mona Olschafskie, and I live in Brooklyn. I own a restaurant in Greenpoint in Brooklyn. Um, I went to the Rhode Island School of Design uh, and graduated with a degree in printmaking in 2011. I've been working in event management and food service um, ever since, doing event production and scenic work while also working in the food and beverage world. Um, and those two things brought me to wanting to own my own place and building it basically by hand with my husband and also with my parents' help. Um, and yeah, we've opened our restaurant in December 2020 and kept it open all through the pandemic, and it's still open to this day. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, and I've just always been surrounded by art. There was always so much art in the house. Both my parents being working artists. Um, I loved drawing when I was a kid. Whenever I was always, tagging along with my parents to wherever they were going, like restaurants and meetings. And, sometimes my dad would take me to his classes when he would teach, and I would just like sit in the back and draw. So I don't remember a time that when I didn't know how to draw.
So did you ever feel pressure to be an artist, or like a lot of people who grow up in families that have a bunch of lawyers and doctors feel pressure to do that, and then they wind up being artists instead.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like, oh, my parents are doing this? Like when I used to carry Evan on my backpack to art openings in Provincetown and stuff like that, and at some point, he's a pretty good artist actually, and he got a full scholarship to the University of the Arts in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
At some point, he said, Dad, I really don't want to be an artist.
Mm.
And so did
Yeah, it was
you?
kind of the opposite actually. Like when I was applying to, I mean, they were always very supportive of whatever I wanted to do. I went to a lot of like art camps and stuff, and always like, tried to take as much art classes in school as I could. Um, and I spent so much time at my mom's studio, and she would just teach me like everything she knew. But when it came time to apply to college, they were very adamant that I should not go to an art school. Like they really wanted me to go to a liberal arts school with a strong art program, because they wanted me to have a well-rounded education in case, I didn't want to be an artist anymore, whatever. So I definitely felt kind of opposite pressure to not like pigeonhole myself into just going to an art school. But I was really adamant to apply to RISD. I loved it. And I really didn't want to go to a liberal arts school. I was kind of done with taking classes that didn't interest me, and I just wanted to do art. And when I got into RISD, everyone was so excited that, they let me go.